and welcome to Scott's Adventures. We're here in the van. I'm going to tell you a little bit of story that I've been holding on to since we purchased this van, since day one. And here it is almost 2 years later, and it's finally been resolved. And I want to tell you kind of the whole story of this. It's about the tire pressure sensors that come in this van. And one of the things that is interesting about this is the law in California is only vehicles less than 10,000 pounds have to have tire pressure sensors. So what it is the little sensors that go inside the tires. They're attached to the valve stem, and they tell the computer of the car what the pressure of each tire is to kind of keep things safe. And so if you have a low tire, you'll know about all that. So it's a little device that they put inside the tire, and it has a battery in it, and it sends a signal of what the pressure is inside the tire, and sends that to the computer. So in California, the only vehicles that need that are required to have that are vehicles that are less than 10,000 pounds. So when you go into your average RV dealer, almost every RV they have, like Mike Thompson RV in Fountain Valley there, right off the 405, almost every RV that they have is well over 10,000 pounds, those big giant ones and whatever. But the only ones that aren't are these little vans, the little Sprinter type vans. And this van in different configurations is anywhere between 8,500 to 9,500 pounds, depending on like if it has a air conditioner or whatever. Ours is a pretty light version of it. I think it's more around the 8,000 or 9,000 pound range because we don't have air conditioning, we don't have a generator and things like that. So this is required to have that. But the thing is that the dealer is not used to dealing with those because very few of the vehicles that they sell have tire pressure monitors, but these little vans, they do. So we made the arrangement to buy this van. We went down, we signed all the paperwork, did everything that we needed to do, and we're getting the walkthrough from the technical guy. And he's walking through telling us all about how everything works and everything, which was very helpful. He was very nice. And then I noticed that even though the vehicle's running, the tire pressure light on the dash was on. So I pointed that out. This is before we even picked up the car. We're still at the dealer. And the guy said, well, let me have the tech come over and like check the tire pressure. It's probably one of the tires is low. So they did that. And that's about the extent of the fixes that the Mike Thompson RV dealer can do. They don't know anything about tire pressure monitors, sensors. They really don't know anything about the vehicle itself, because the way they do it is the house part is the part of the RV dealer. If anything goes wrong with the house part, your refrigerator, your stove, your bathroom, they'll fix it. Anything wrong with the van, and Stellantis, Ram, Chrysler is supposed to fix that part. So they kind of wash their hands of it. They go, well, what they said is the light is on, but what you need to do is you just need to drive it a little bit, like drive it 10 or 20 miles, and the light will come off as it all gets happy. So I thought, okay, that's fine. So we went ahead and we took delivery of the van. We brought it home. I checked all the tires myself. They were spot on. And I thought, well, we'll just drive it for a little while. So we drove it, and the light stayed on. We tried contacting the RV place, and they're just like, hey, that's not our deal. This started a process of almost 2 years of us going through Winnebago, calling their customer service, of calling the RV dealer and a bunch of Ram dealers around the area. In Southern California, we have lots of Ram dealers. And so I'm trying to go through warranty because it's under warranty and they're going to fix it. And so we go through Winnebago, which the only service center they have is in the Midwest. You have to drive all the way to the Midwest, and it's a 6-month lead time to get an appointment for them to fix anything. So that's kind of not a thing. The RV dealer, they don't want to touch anything like that. They don't have anything to do with the van. Then I take it to the Ram dealers like Huntington Beach or Buena Park, Cerritos, Dodge, Ram. There's a bunch of them all in the area. I took them to all those places. So Winnebago would arrange for me to have an appointment. I would take it in, and they immediately would go, well, these are not the stock wheels that come on a Ram ProMaster. These are custom wheels. So this is a Winnebago issue. And then Winnebago would go, well, no, it's really a Ram issue. And so Ram would kind of half-heartedly take in the car. I don't know what they did. They would have the car for a while. They would say either, we can't fix it, the technician that needs to fix it isn't here today, you need to bring it back another time. They say, oh, we fixed it. I would go and drive the van, the light's off. I'm like, cool, we did it. I'd start driving, the light would come back on. What they did is they kind of like reset it, and hopefully that the computer would be happy and everything. And so we went through this for almost 2 years. Different Ram dealers, going through Winnebago. They were very unhelpful, and I just got sick of it. I said, you know what, I'm throwing in the towel. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm just going to fix it myself. I don't care if I have to pay for it. So in my all my travels around, I had stopped in at Fountain Valley Tire, which is right next to the RV dealer. And they do a lot of van conversions, and they do lift kits, and they put specialized wheels and tires on vans and RVs and things because they're right next to the RV dealer. So he was really familiar with this whole thing. And so I thought I would take it to them. I took it to my local tire dealer several times, like Morrison Tire. And what they told me is they said that they can't fix it because the stock, it needs to have the stock tire sensors. They won't fit in the Method wheels, even though I called Method, and Method said that yes, they would fit. So they won't fit in the stock. So they can't put in the stock ones. They said it already has aftermarket ones, and they don't have a computer that can link tire pressure monitors to the computer. They said only Dodge has that system. You have to take it to Dodge and have them hook it up to the computer and link it. It's a proprietary system. So I took it over to Fountain Valley Tire. He goes, what are you talking about? He goes, we do that all the time. I can fix it here. So I took it in there, talked to them in the morning. They put new tire monitor, pressure monitors in all the tires, reprogrammed it, gave it back to me, $350 to replace all those and reprogram it. And so I drove off, and the light was off, and everything was great. And we've been driving it for several trips. We've been on some pretty long trips, and the light hasn't come on. It monitors the tires just perfectly. Everything works great. So I fixed this with the help of Fountain Valley Tire in 1 day. And Winnebago, Stellantis, and Mike Thompson RV futzed around for 2 years and couldn't fix it. So it was pretty disappointing. I did submit a claim into Winnebago for the cost of that, and they did reimburse me for the cost of the sensors in doing that. So that was kind of nice. I mean, I think $350 for them to close out that work order, or that issue, I think was pretty cheap for them. So I think they were happy to do that. So issue solved. I don't know whether anybody else with this particular version had it because it has aftermarket tires on it. I don't know whether I went back to Mike Thompson RV to try to like test drive another Winnebago NPF edition, and they wouldn't let me drive it, even though I was really honest with what I was trying to do. But they were kind of jerks, and they didn't really help me out. But it was a big, long rigmarole, and just wanted to kind of let you guys know about that whole deal. Not too happy about how long it took, and that I had to kind of take it into my own hands. Hopefully nobody else has that same problem. Hopefully it was a one-off issue. If you have that same problem, please put the comments down below, or if you have some other comments, please let me know. And we'll see you next time on Scott's Adventures. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.